Growing up in an inland city, Beijing, I did not have many chances to see the sea when I was a child. In my childhood, most stories about the sea which I enjoyed were from my father. He taught me a lot of his stories beside the sea when he was a boy, and taught me a lot of knowledge about the sea. I still remember he said he had nearly lost his life while going to the sea. No matter what happened, he likes and admires the mysterious blue world. He thinks life is like the sea, full of grandeur and challenges. No matter what it is, the lovely peace or rainstorm, you must face it instead of escaping. In my opinion, my father's experiences are colorful and exciting, just as a man who is surfing in his life. Born in a poor family, he had to discontinue his study after high school and found a job to make money to support the family. In order to change the condition of the family, he worked in the factory all day and washed the tablecloths for a restaurant at night. It was hard for me to imagine how tired that must be every day. Fortunately, he met a girl who believed him and worked with him during the most difficult time in his life, my mother. About 4 years after they got married, Dad got a chance to do a more promising job, but it also meant he had to struggle in the field which he had never touched before. What's more, he had to leave my mother and 3 years older me, and work in another city. In my memory, mother often read father's mails for me in the warm yellow light. It was a really lovely moment for me. In those years, Dad spent most of his time on his career, and he studied the professional knowledge all by himself. Fortunately, he was so successful and got a promotion 2 years later. There was another big wave in father's life. Several years ago, the company where he worked about 20 years went bankrupt and he lost his job. As is known to all, it was difficult for a person without a higher education to get a job at his 14 years old. Dad was worried and smoked a lot every day in that time. But to our surprise, he cheered up and paid all attention to find a new job a few days later. He thought he should take the responsibility of a father and a husband. Surprised us again, he used his experience and abilities to win a better job after 2 months hard finding. Since that, I thought he became more confident than before, just as a person who liked and considered the life more carefully after experiencing the storm on the sea. In recent years, every summer we would drive to the seaside to spend our holiday. I enjoyed the time communicating with my family beside the sea. As usual, father is used to relating everything with the sea to show me his opinion and the truth. To be frank, I felt bored sometimes, but he was always right. Now, I am in a place far from home. I expect to go to the sea during the next holiday. As you know to all, oceans are connected with each other. So I hope I will feel the same way as I did with the one in the past. I admire the sea, which is blue, amplitude, and powerful.